Hey friends, welcome back to another video. My name's Emma Lefave, and this week I'm kind of doing a review week. I have 3 different videos of 3 different products that I'm going to be unboxing, using, and reviewing. So it's going to be a week of fun, well, for me, and I hope you guys enjoy watching the videos. And today we are opening these Upcrate art subscription boxes. I had never heard of them or seen them before. They reached out to me, gifted me 2 boxes to open and review on my channel. They're a lot of fun. They're art subscription boxes that collaborate with different artists, and they have tons of different mediums. And I received 2 today, so these are the ones we're going to open. So let's jump in and get started. Okay, friends, so today I am unboxing 2 of these subscription boxes from Upcrate. It is an art supply company who does these subscription boxes, and one really cool thing about them is that each box is a collaboration with an artist. So I'm going to tell you more when I open it, and maybe I can see more information inside. But they did send me 2. They sent me number 48 and number 53. I have no idea what's inside, and so I'm so excited. So let's just get to it and open it. Like, I love the little fun details and stuff. Ooh, sounds like pencils inside. So I'm gonna open this one first. This is number 48. All right. Oh, this. Go. Ooh. Okay. Oh, I love art supplies. This is so exciting. Okay, so number 48. Let's see what's in here first. Oh, they just burst through. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, oh my gosh. Okay. These are things I've never tried before. Okay, so it looks like we have watercolor brush markers. Wow, we have a ton. That's a lot of brush markers. That's really cool. And then we have some pencils. I think they're just pencil crayons or colored pencils. Let's see what else is in here. We got some watercolor paper. Perfect. We got, I think this is the piece that we will be creating. Oh, and it has a lot of information about the artist of the month and a QR code. So you can scan for the whole interview. That is so cool. So more information about the artist and their piece. So I guess this is what we're going to be doing today. Ooh, cute stickers. This is by her. I love the little illustration style. This is fun. And then here is the new magazine. So you can scan the QR code, see more about that and more information. Okay, so this is the box. This is really cool. So I'm going to have to look at the actual instructions online by scanning the QR code. But I'm really excited to try these. I actually, you know what? Before we open the other boxes, I'm going to be doing the tutorials, obviously, on my own. I'm not going to be sharing the tutorials that they did, but I will do maybe like a time lapse of me following them. But I do just want to test out these supplies just really quickly. So I'm not usually a watercolor marker kind of girl. I have had some in the past. Wasn't really a fan, but I'm always up for trying something new. So this is 100% cotton watercolor paper. Never heard of this before. Never heard of this brand, which is also really cool because it is based out of Germany. You're going to get different art supplies that maybe you've tried before. So I do have to just try. That's like that brush tip. And then I wonder if you just use it like this. I'll have to see in the tutorial. Or if you would grab a brush, kind of use them as watercolor. I bet you could just use them like both ways. That's fun. We have that. And then, oh, what's this one? This is just, a pencil. Charcoal pencil. Ooh, that's nice and big. And then we have 3 colors. We have meadow green, gold ochre, and cinnamon brown. And I've never tried these pencils either. I'm excited just because I want to follow someone else's tutorial for a change with their supplies. And this is something I don't do, so I'm so excited to try this. That's awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do this after, but let's open the other box to see what's inside of that one. Okay, so the next box is up crate number 53. Let's see what we get in this one. This is so fun unboxing these boxes. I've never done this. Never tried someone else's subscription boxes, so I hope this is the same feeling you get. Oh, so cute. I like how they include like little stickers and stuff like that with their artists. And the packaging is so cute. So well put together. Let's see what is in here. Oh, another little sticker. Very cute. Ooh. Okay, here we go. We got some watercolors. Take a look at that in a second. Ooh, professional watercolor paper. Another little pad. That's great. And this is the artist of the month. I can't say their name. But this is the artist of the month. Whoa, look at these. Wow. So I think maybe this is the piece we'll be doing. Maybe. I don't know. I'll have to look at the tutorial. Look at their artwork though. Wow. That is pretty amazing. I'm excited to hear more about this artist. Very cool. Okay, so let's look at the supplies. So we have Winsor Newton Cotman watercolors, which is great. These are what I started out with. We have Purple Lake, beautiful color. We have cadmium, red, pale hue, sap green, ultramarine, permanent rose, my favorite, indigo, cobalt blue hue, and intense phthalo blue. Okay, that, and then we also have a brush. So this is a size 3 brush, German brush, Germany. Nice. And then we also have gouache, designer gouache. I don't know this brand, but that's really cool. Very exciting. Okay, so I'm excited to try these. Okay, I'm not going to swatch these right now. Obviously, I'm going to open it. Maybe I have a little tin somewhere that I can put them in, or a small little palette that I can use. I'll figure it out. But yeah, let's get into creating, and I can tell you a little bit more about each artist as I create their box. Okay, so the artist that was featured for this month was Natalia Velasquez. I don't know if I'm saying that right. It doesn't say where she's from, but I can read you a few little pieces that she wrote for her interview about her box and her inspiration. So they asked her, what is your main inspiration? And she said, my main inspiration comes from what I have around me. And without a doubt, I draw from observation in most cases, and this allows me to appreciate much more of what I see daily. It becomes a different experience. You see much further in detail, and you're aware of what surrounds you. Many times we look when we go down the street, but we do not observe. You also realize how your eye perceives things and how you translate what you see into your own language. So one thing I kind of realized after sitting with some of the information that comes with the boxes, you're not necessarily supposed to copy their art, which you'll hear me later in the video kind of say I wish they had a tutorial. But as I thought more about it, I was thinking maybe that's not the point to copy their artwork. It's to be inspired by their painting with the materials that they supplied for you, and then let your creativity kind of run wild with it. So now that I'm kind of recording this voiceover after, I'm kind of realizing that, I'm not supposed to have a step-by-step tutorial. I don't think that's the point of these boxes, that you're just supposed to kind of gain inspiration from someone else's work and their materials and then kind of do your own thing. And you'll see at the end, I do create my own piece of my shelf, which I think is the point. So this was really cool because it exposed me to different art materials that I don't use or feel comfortable with. to be honest, and an art style that I admire that I've never really tried on my own. So I think that is such a huge benefit for these boxes. I would love to try some of their other ones with different art mediums that, maybe scare me or I'm just not used to. But that's really cool about these boxes that you can kind of just gain inspiration and then go from there. So this one was really fun, but let's see what's next. Okay, so there is the first one. It's not exactly the same, but it's a lot of fun. And the things I've learned from this is just like sometimes more detail. Like it doesn't have to be perfect. And like you can do tiny little flowers that we could have drawn when we were younger, but the more you add to a picture and the more texture and all that stuff, the more fun and illustrative it can look. So I think I might try the same kind of style with, these materials and just see what I can come up with. I feel like I learned a lot from this because I do like this style and I'm always admiring other artists who do paint or draw with this style and want to get a little bit more loose and almost kind of abstract in a way. So I think I'm going to just go for it and try it myself. And I absolutely love this box. This is not something that I would have picked for myself usually, but it's a lot of fun. And I actually didn't mind markers. Like they're pretty decent. And I've never really liked watercolor markers before. So I'm going to do on my own time, a little illustration of something, same kind of style, and then I'll show you guys at the end. But this was a really cool box. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the other box that I got and see what I can paint with that. Okay, so I'm on to the next box. I checked the link, and it gives you so much information about the supplies that you get in every box. It's so good with the information about that. Wonderful information about the artists, which I will explain a little bit as I paint. And each one does come with a video of the painting. The only thing that I will say as a critique is that the videos are not really tutorials. So the other video of this painting, I don't know if it was a mistake or not, but there was no actual verbal instruction. It was just the artist doing the painting, and it was actually sideways. Like the orientation of the video was sideways, so I had to look sideways. And eventually I just kind of just looked at the reference photo and I just copied it that way. There was no actual information on how to paint it. And then this one as well, it's a time lapse super fast of this painting. There's no actual instruction for the painting, which is kind of a bummer for, I find, people who maybe want to learn how to paint like this. I know a lot of people like instruction. I like instruction too. I mean, I do like time lapses as well. But if you really want to learn someone's kind of style or the way that they paint something, you don't really get it with just these two boxes that I've seen so far. I don't know if any of the other artists that they've collaborated with give actual tutorials, but for these two ones, they didn't. So that is the one downside I will say about this, because otherwise these boxes are really, really cool, and I find it so awesome just like being able to be introduced to new artists, new mediums, because it's not just watercolor. There's tons of other mediums that you can get in these boxes, which I would love to try out, just to step out of my watercolor zone, because I think it's so important. But it's a great way to, learn about new mediums, new brands that maybe you don't always have access to, and new artists. So I think these boxes are amazing. I just wish that they get actually with a tutorial, a step-by-step tutorial on how to paint something. But if you're just looking for inspiration and just to try out new material, this is really, really cool. They do have some written instructions, not on how to paint like this, but there were instructions on how to use some of these supplies. So like the watercolor markers, she did mention that you can dip it in the water as well, which I was trying, just how to take care of them and stuff. So there is that instruction, just not a step-by-step instruction for the tutorial. So for this one, I think I was like, maybe this looks like it would be easier for me to copy, but I don't do faces, and I think that would be fun to kind of, sorry for the crackling. One thing I hate about Windsor pans, you have to unravel the plastic. I had a pan of 48 set watercolor pan from Windsor, the Cotman brand, and I remember having to do this with all of them, and I was like, oh my god, this is awful. But yeah, I think I might attempt this just to use it as a reference and see what I can do. I also want to try this gouache. Really, it looks cool. So I'm going to attempt to paint this just so I can test out the supplies, and I'll tell you a little bit more about the supplies and artist. Okay, so I am attempting to draw just that face portrait, just the smallest part of this painting. Like I said earlier when I was painting the other one, it's not meant to be copied. It's meant to, you know, gain inspo. I didn't realize that when I was originally shooting this video. It's fine. But it got me to paint something that I don't usually paint, which is a portrait. Okay, so a little bit about the artist. Her name is Valerie. She's a freelance artist. More than 3 years working with customers from the USA, Europe, Australia, India, and the UAE. She says, I create illustrations, portraits, character designs, and have a good sense of color and light, able to adapt to different styles, drawing objects, having good sketching and stylization skills, quickly generating ideas, able to work with references, pay close attention to feedback. So it doesn't say much about her, but her pieces are really colorful and detailed and absolutely gorgeous, which I think is so cool to feature so many different artists with so many different styles. And these two styles that I got in these boxes are wildly different, but it's so nice to see. So the materials that I was using for these, I had used them before, at least the watercolors, which, you know what, I always was an advocate for watercolors from Winsor & Newton, the Cotman, especially for beginners. It's what I started out with. They're great, they're inexpensive, and they're great quality. So it was nice kind of using these again. I've never been a fan of the pans, but I like the tubes better, but I mean, they were fine. So that's why I had my little mixing tray there. But I don't know, I kind of learned a lot from this. I learned that I'm not a portrait artist. And, you know, it's nice to step out of my comfort zone, but overall it was such a good experience, and I love seeing other people's artwork because you do gain inspiration from others, and you can become a better artist by, you know, being inspired by others and taking their lead. So yeah, so that's about it for this. This is gonna be chopped up really fast because I didn't actually know what I was doing. I was trying to figure it out, but all in all, I love the supplies. The brush was a little bit on the smaller side, so you do see me use a bigger one, and sometimes I'm just not as used to the small brush. The white gouache ended up being really nice, and yeah, so that was a lot of fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do for this one. I mean, it's definitely not my style. I don't do portraits. Kind of close, but it was definitely a lot harder. Still fun though, and it just breaks me out of my comfort zone of trying something. Like I said before, I kind of wish there was step-by-step tutorial of some sort, just so people know exactly how to use things, or even sketching, or I don't know, something. But it is really cool getting to know artists, supplies. Yeah. Overall, I had fun. I created 2 pieces of art that I would not have created on my own. So quickly, I just want to show you a little illustration I did in the similar kind of style. I still think it's a little bit too neat of the first box, but that was a lot of fun, and it's just fun to use new supplies and just be creative. So this is my take on that kind of style. Lots of fun, and yeah. Like I said, these boxes are really cool. I love getting to know new supplies and new artists, and I think I would definitely try some other mediums, just haven't before, but I think they are really cool and worth checking out if you are not super dependent on having a step-by-step tutorial. But if you want to get to know new supplies, new artists, just have fun, I definitely recommend these boxes. Thank you all so much for watching my video. I really hope you liked it, and I hope you learned something. Make sure to check the description below for more information about this company, and I will see you guys in our next video. Have a great day, guys. Bye!